This is a message to young people, to people under the age of 25, and certainly to people under the age of 40. If you're over the age of 40, I'm not sure that you should listen. What I'm going to say might make you mad. I don't like to get people mad. I particularly don't like to get people over the age of 40 mad, because these are the people who have guns and handcuffs and prisons. Young people, for the most part, aren't so concerned with control and power. I have personal experience which has taught me how fierce people over 40 can be with those who challenge their beliefs. Down in Texas, there are a group of men over 40 who got so mad at what I'm saying that they sentenced me to prison for 30 years. And up here in New York State, there are another group of men over 40 who want to put me in jail for another 16 years. At the present time, the human race finds itself at a paradoxical evolutionary crossroad. There now exists a plentitude of molecules, psychedelic drugs and chemicals which can dramatically accelerate and expand consciousness. But where is the wisdom and the technical know-how to understand and control these potentialities? My first psychedelic experience occurred in Mexico in 1960. At that time, I was a whiskey-drinking, cigarette-smoking, symbol-addicted psychologist. I ate 7 of the sacred mushrooms of Mexico, and within a half hour was spun into a psychological laboratory 2 billion years old, which laughed at my pretensions at predictive knowledge. Since that time, I have done almost nothing but attempt to understand and communicate this experience. Shortly thereafter, I returned to Harvard University and gave psychedelic drugs to some 300 professors, graduate students, writers, and philosophers. 75% of these people reported the most revelatory and educational experience of their lives. We gave these drugs to 36 prisoners who looked at the cops and robbers game through the brutal microscope of expanded consciousness and laughed and gave up crime. We gave these drugs to over 200 professional religious people, 2/3 of whom reported the deepest religious experience of their lives. But each single case of a person taking LSD, however positive, generated 100 rumors, for the most part negative. Our society, materialistic, technological, symbol-addicted, is made uneasy by the thought of people turning inward. Drugs, the terror word of the 20th century. But let's face this issue of drugs bluntly and factually. The embarrassing truth is that consciousness is a chemical phenomenon. Everything that you have ever experienced, you experienced because of a chemical reaction in your nervous system. Memory is a chemical process. Learning is a chemical process. Stupidity is a chemical process. Normal awareness is a chemical process. The language of your body is the language of molecules. Your nerve cells, your tissue cells do not speak English, nor Latin, nor French. They are designed, they have been designed by a 2 billion year process of trial and error to receive, decode, and send out a language which is chemical. Perhaps the mystery and the fear itself which surrounds the word drugs is due to the fact that he who deals with symbols deals with changing and structures, but he who deals with chemicals tampers with the basic power and energy of life. Thus come the rumors of danger. Psychedelic drugs, they threaten the solidity and durability of our stereotypes. But that's all they endanger. The facts of the matter are that psychedelic drugs, such as marijuana, peyote, and LSD, are not addictive. It's the blindfolds and the escape drugs that are addictive. Neither do these drugs incite to crime. Heroin and alcohol are the triggers to antisocial behavior. The man with a microscope in his eye may be confused. He may stumble. He may cry out in ecstasy or alarm, but he's got too much going on inside of him to be concerned with pushing other people around. There has never been a case of a marijuana smoker or an LSD taker who has put a whiskey drinker in jail. These days, there is an avalanche of publicity about the effects of marijuana and LSD. My advice is don't listen to any of the propaganda, whether it's positive or negative. Don't believe what you read in the papers, and don't listen to general statements. In this time of hysteria and crisis, you must do what men have always done in such times. Listen to your friends and trust your own judgment.
It's my ambition to really liberate the world. Why not? I mean, why settle for anything less? And I have a sense of humor about it. I know the odds are against me, but...